Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Sunday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And guys, if you're a member, which I know a lot of you are, or a good amount of you are, go ahead and enter the members only giveaway, guys. Today is the last day. It'll literally take you like 20 seconds to do, guys. So you definitely want to go do that. Check out the community tab and the video on my channel. Just go to my videos. I posted it a couple days ago about the giveaway. So go ahead and watch it. That's all. That's literally all. And then just follow the instructions on there, guys. Super simple. I want you guys to get in on it. It's the last day to get to have a chance at getting some nice NFL gear to get you guys rolling for the NFL season. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. And yeah, we'll hop in it. 15 matchups. Coming off, I'd say a pretty rough day for me yesterday. But yeah, move on. Hopefully we can finish the weekend strong here. 15 matchups, starting with the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Miami Marlins. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -290. The Marlins +230 with the over/under at 7. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 2.36. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Marlins is Edward Cabrera with an ERA of 1.41. His last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Cabrera hasn't given up a run in his last 3 starts. He's been very good on the mound here. We saw Miami pick up the 2-1 win yesterday. A nice underdog win for Miami. Yeah, it's tough, Dodgers taking the L. That's how it goes. But Dodgers seriously hardly ever coming off a back-to-back losses. Just doesn't really happen here. Love the Dodgers coming off the loss, and I'm taking the Dodgers on the road. Next matchup, we have the Cincinnati Reds versus the Washington Nationals. Reds opening up as road favorites at -125. The Nationals +105 with the over/under at 8.5. Pitching for the Reds is Nick Lodolo with an ERA of 4.35. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 6.81. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Cincinnati back-to-back wins against Washington. Very nice, coming off a good win yesterday, which I had to take Cincinnati plus money yesterday. That was too easy with National struggling here. Not in love with Patrick Corbin on the mound. Hard to trust the Nationals here in this spot as well. I'm taking the Reds on the road here. I just don't like Corbin. Hard to back Corbin, whether they're the favorites or the underdog. I'll take Reds on the road. Next matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -300. The Pirates +240 with the over/under at 9. Pitching for the Pirates is Roansy Contreras with an ERA of 3.86. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Noah Syndergaard with an ERA of 3.77. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. Phillies or Pitt just playing horrible on a horrible losing streak. 7-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against the Phillies. 6-game winning streak. Playing hot right now. Playing hot. Love the Phillies here. Love Syndergaard at home. I'm taking Phillies in this one. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Boston Red Sox. Tampa Bay opening up as road favorites at -120. Boston +100 with the over/under at 9. Pitching for Tampa is Corey Kluber with an ERA of 4.20. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 4.24. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Tampa, back-to-back losses against Boston, coming off a 5-1 loss yesterday. Just a disappointing loss for Tampa Bay yesterday. Boston on a 2-game winning streak here. I'd say a pretty even pitching matchup in this one. I'm going to take Boston plus 1.5. Tough loss yesterday for Tampa. Not sure I love them as the favorite right now, so we'll take Boston plus 1.5 here. Next matchup, we had the Colorado Rockies versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 350. The Rockies plus 275 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Rockies is Yerman Marquez with an ERA of 5.22. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mets is Max Scherzer with an ERA of 2.33. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Colorado on a 4-game losing streak, 3-game losing streak against the Mets. Mets coming off a 3-0 win yesterday. Played very well. Yeah, they've been dominating this series. Colorado just 1-8 against the Mets where they've struggled. Love Scherzer on the mound here. Coming off back-to-back 4-run games. So 2 rough outings for Scherzer on the mound, but I think he bounces back here. I'm taking Mets at home. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox opening up as home favorites at minus 180. Arizona plus 160 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 3.86. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 2.27. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Arizona back-to-back wins against the White Sox. Yeah, White Sox just 2-8 in their last 10, playing bad. I thought they were a good play yesterday, but they really didn't show up. Arizona on a 7-game winning streak against the White Sox here. Yeah. And Davies playing pretty good on the mound his last 2 games. Huge plus money for the White Sox, or for the Diamondbacks. I don't know why. Give me Arizona plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at minus 270. Baltimore plus 215 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for Baltimore's Austin Voth with an ERA of 4.73. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Astros is Justin Verlander with an ERA of 1.87. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 10 strikeouts. I mean, again, Baltimore, underdog win, winning 3-1. Big plus money again. This is just what Baltimore does. 5-0 against Houston right now. Even with Verlander on the mound. Voth's actually been really good on the mound here. Give me Baltimore plus 1.5 on the road. Their plus 1.5 is even plus money. I mean, the way they've been playing this series, and they've been pretty dominant against the Astros, it's just crazy to me. Even with Verlander on the mound, give me Baltimore plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Cubs plus 140 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Cubs is Adrian Sampson with an ERA of 4.04. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Pitching for the Brewers is Eric Lauer with an ERA of 3.44. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Cubs losing 7-0 yesterday. Very disappointing outing for the Cubs. Lauer coming off a 0-run game. Sampson's been coming off a 5-run game, but prior to that, gave up no runs and then 2. So he's been pretty decent. I like the Cubs plus 1.5 on the road after a horrible day yesterday. I think they looked good in the first game and then played horrible yesterday. But I love taking a team that's coming off a no-run game. Most of the time they bounce back and definitely get the runs going. Taking Cubs plus 1.5 here. Next matchup, we have the San Diego Padres versus the Kansas City Royals. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 185. The Royals plus 155 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Padres is Sean Manaea with an ERA of 4.64. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Jonathan Heasley with an ERA of 5.21. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Padres coming off a 4-3 win against Kansas City yesterday, and then 13-5, so on a 2-game winning streak. Not in love with Heasley on the mound here. I'm liking Padres here on the road. They look really good this series. I'm going to lean with Padres in this one. Next matchup, we have the San Francisco Giants versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Giants minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Giants is Jacob Junis with an ERA of 3.58. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Twins is Aaron Sanchez with an ERA of 7.36. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Giants coming off a 3-2 loss yesterday. Did get the underdog, plus 1.5 cover, so you love to see that. On a 3-game losing streak, Minnesota back-to-back Giants wins. Not in love with Sanchez on the mound, though, for the Twins in this one. Junis hasn't been the greatest either here, but in a cheap money line value here, I'm going to take Giants plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, with the Detroit Tigers versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 165. Detroit plus 140 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for Detroit is Drew Hutchinson with an ERA of 4.06. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rangers is Kohei Arihara with an ERA of 2.31. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Detroit coming off an 11-2 win yesterday. Big win for Detroit yesterday. Good underdog win. They're 8-3 against Texas. They played very good against the Rangers. Arihara coming off a 0-run game, but prior to that, it's given up 9 runs in his last 2 starts. Hutchinson coming off back-to-back 1-run games here. I like Detroit plus 1.5 here. Coming off a great game yesterday. Hopefully they can keep it going, but getting good underdog value today here, so I'll take Detroit plus 1.5 in this one. Next matchup, we have the New York Yankees versus the Oakland Athletics. Yankees opening up as road favorites at minus 230. Oakland plus 205 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 2.18. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. That was his only start of the season, so it was definitely a good one. Pitching for the A's is Adrian Martinez with an ERA of 6.08. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Yankees losing yesterday 3-2. Kind of disappointing, but it is the Yankees. We were kind of blessed that they were on a 5-game winning streak. So you got to be happy about that. But not in love with Oakland getting back-to-back wins against the Yankees. Martinez hasn't been very good on the mound. Schmidt coming off a really great first start on the mound here. So I'm going to take Yankees coming off a loss. Roll to win New York on the road. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Guardians versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 150. Cleveland plus 130 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Guardians is Aaron Savale with an ERA of 5.37. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mariners is Robbie Ray with an ERA of 3.75. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Cleveland coming off a 4-3 win yesterday. Great underdog win yesterday for Cleveland. Yeah, it's been an underdog series. All the teams have either covered or won as the underdog so far in this series so far. Robbie Ray's been very good on the mound for sure. Savali's been good on the mound too. Last 3 starts, only giving up 4 runs. He's been just as good. Give me Cleveland plus 1.5 on the road in this one. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Braves versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -125. The Braves plus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Braves is Jake Odorizzi with an ERA of 3.95. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Cardinals is Adam Wainwright with an ERA of 3.11. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Braves coming off a 6-5 loss yesterday against the Cardinals. Nice win by the Cardinals yesterday. I was kind of waiting for this matchup to flip here, and it did. Getting Braves plus money, I think, is a great play today, the way they've looked. Yeah, it's been a fun series. I'm gonna take Braves plus 1.5 on the road here with 2 good pitchers on the mound. Then the last matchup, we have the Los Angeles Angels versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -220. LA plus 200 with the over-under at 9. We'll see how accurate this is. Seeing multiple different misleading reports, but I'm seeing that it's Tucker Davidson and Ross Stripling on the mound. And Tucker pitching for the Angels here is with an ERA of 6.23. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Angels is pitching for the Blue Jays is Ross Stripling with an ERA of 2.84. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. I mean, what on earth are the Blue Jays doing? Back-to-back no-run games. Absolutely insane. They've been playing very good. Now they haven't scored the last 2 games. I don't know what on earth is going on with Toronto right now. I just don't get it. Angels 5-1 on the road against Toronto. Yeah, Toronto at -220 is just way too risky to end your week. They haven't scored the last 2 games. Not a chance here. I'll take Angels plus 1.5 on the road in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.